We are?
We are. And 4 of those have been away from home. Can you just kind of update us on where you think the team's at this point?
Yeah, learning a lot about each other. How to travel with each other, how to be around each other for 24 hours a day, 4 consecutive days, which is always valuable experience and valuable knowledge to be working with. I think we continue to develop roles. Last time we talked, I felt like we had 3 or 4 really clearly defined roles. I think we added a couple down there. Bailey Zimmerman's kind of become that defensive perimeter lockdown kid that can really contest the opponent's best offensive player on the perimeter. She did a really good job in 2 games down there doing that. And then we learned we can bring Macy Weaver in off the bench against size. I think the smaller matchups, Taylor and Kiera continue to probably be a 2-headed monster against those matchups. But when we face the 6'4" players like UTEP had, Macy did an outstanding job on them, gave us a chance to get back into a game. In a game that I learned, we got down 20. I didn't quit, and that didn't become a 40-point game. It became a 1-possession game with under a minute to play. So you look at that 4-game road swing that you're talking about, Jerry, and you go 2-2 on that, and learned. So really happy coming home. We're looking forward to being back in Bud Walton. The first atmospheres that we've had here have been really fun for our players and good for our fans as well.
One thing I gotta ask about is the slow start in both
Yeah.
games. What do you attribute it to?
We don't know yet still. We're going to try to change some things. It could be as simple as we're getting to the gym too early. I don't know. Maybe I'm not changing personnel yet. That's always the last resort to me. We don't change the personnel because I'm kind of one of those guys that I think it's my fault. I think I'm doing something wrong. I'm getting them too early. We're eating too early. I'm giving them too much information, not enough information in warm up. Because this exact same 5 that start the game come out like gangbusters in the 3rd quarter. So I've got a couple of friends who think they're real clever and they want me to change my halftime speech to my pregame and my pregame to so. One of those things. I don't really know yet. We're still learning each other. It could be something tactical. It could be something not tactical. So, but the slow starts have got to change by the time we get into conference play, because I think comebacks are going to be a lot tougher to come by in those situations. It's not a personnel thing. It's just, I think, finding combinations, and then me having doing a better job as a coach, getting them ready to come out to start a game. So we'll keep looking at it. We've analyzed our pregame warm-ups, our pregame talks, our bus trips over, our pregame meals as much as I have the offense and the defense we're running. So I don't have a good answer for you, but I promise you we're continually looking at that because we got to get that fixed.
Is there something specific in those 2 games in El Paso? What did you take away from those games on the positive side and maybe even on the negative side?
Well, our group can really create their own energy. It was not a packed house by any means. It was Thanksgiving and there were small crowds, but the atmosphere was really good. And I think from that's the positive. I do think the negative thing that we have to do is when we face size. UTEP had a very good big kid, and some of our Nebraska had a very good big kid, and those have been 2 challenges for us. So I think that's got to be something we've got to figure out. What are we going to do in those instances? Is it get Macy more reps? Because she held her own. In fact, in the minutes that she was in the game, we won the game. So getting her more confident, more ready to play when we get facing size. And that's going to be a good challenge for us. Is it getting her in the game, or is it going more zone, maybe double team in the post some? We've got a good practice player. One of our practice players is very good, very big, and we're going to go to work on that today. He's going to get a workout.